Feeling tired? Overwhelmed? Like you've just been on a digital roller coaster that you can't get off of? For the last few years, this has been the internet. A relentless fire hose of 15-second clips, screaming for a sliver of our attention. We were told this was the future, that short-form video was king. Well, that king is dead. What if I told you that the era of short-form dominance was not the status quo, but a massive bubble on the verge of bursting? That the very platforms that championed the 60-second clip are now trying desperately to escape its limitations. In this video, we are going to dissect the myth of short-form supremacy. We'll look at the psychological manipulation that got us hooked, the creator burnout epidemic it caused, the broken financial model it's built on, and why the future of content is actually longer. All right, let's get into it. Part 1, the dopamine machine. So, to understand how we got here, we gotta understand our brains. Back in the year 2000, the average human attention span was about 12 seconds. Today, it's plummeted to 8 seconds. Some studies show it's as low as 47 seconds on any given screen. Short-form video didn't just adapt to this reality, it weaponized it. Platforms like TikTok are engineered to be addiction machines. Every time you watch a short, surprising, or funny video, your brain gets a hit of dopamine, the chemical of pleasure and reward. The endless scroll and the unpredictable nature of the next video you'll see creates what's called a variable reward pattern. It's the exact same psychological principle that makes slot machines so addictive. So, you're not just watching videos, you're being conditioned into a compulsive loop of seeking and reward. This isn't just harmless fun. A growing body of research is drawing a direct line between this kind of problematic video consumption and serious negative outcomes like anxiety, depression, poor sleep, and poor academic performance. The platforms sold this as bite-sized content, perfect for our busy lives. But what it really did was train our brains for constant, low-depth stimulation, making it harder for us to engage in the deep analytical thinking required for real learning and focus. It was a sugar rush for the digital world. Billions of views, massive engagement numbers, but ultimately shallow and unsustainable. And that unsustainability isn't just affecting us as the viewers, it's also destroying the very people who create the content themselves. Part 2, the human cost, burnout and fatigue. So the short form model is built on an impossible demand, an infinite supply of new viral content posted relentlessly. This has created a crisis on two fronts: creator burnout and audience fatigue. Let's start with the creators. A recent, shocking study found that 79% of content creators have experienced burnout. And the algorithms on these platforms reward one thing above all: consistency. To stay relevant, creators feel an always-on pressure to post all the time, chasing trends before they disappear. This leads to profound mental and physical exhaustion, a loss of motivation, and creative stagnation. Creators, the lifeblood of these platforms, are being consumed by the very platforms they're trying to succeed in. And what about the audience? We're getting tired too. The short-term video fatigue is a real phenomenon. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you heard the same trending audio in a single day? The same dance? The same joke format? This is the equivalent of ad fatigue. When we're overexposed to repetitive content, we tune out of it. Creators are finding that their hooks, the first few seconds of their video, aren't working like they used to, because viewers are scrolling past in as little as 1.5 seconds. These two problems are locked in a death spiral. A burnt-out creator, desperate to feed the algorithm, resorts to low-effort, trend-chasing content. The audience engages less, the creator's views drop, and the pressure intensifies, pushing them into deeper burnout. It's a system designed to fail. Part 3, the monetization myth. But the single biggest reason the short-form empire is crumbling is this: the money just isn't there for anyone trying to build a sustainable career. Short-form video is a financial dead end. All right, let's talk numbers. The metric creators use to measure revenue is RPM, revenue per 1,000 views. And if you're wondering what the M stands for, that's revenue per mille. Mille is 1,000 in Latin. I thought that was pretty interesting because I was wondering as well what the M stands for. For YouTube Shorts, creators consistently report RPMs of less than 20 cents. For traditional long-form YouTube videos, the average RPM is between $3 and $6. Some creators report that long-form video content can generate up to 21 times more RPM than short-form videos. One creator I read about said that his long-form video made more money in 1 week than a month of his shorts combined. So, what's the huge difference? It comes down to the ads. In a long-form video, especially one over 8 minutes, a creator can place multiple high-value ads before the video and several times during. For shorts, the revenue comes from a collective creator pool of ads that play between the videos, and creators get only a 45% share of that, compared to the 55% share they get for longs. So the argument that massive viral views can make up for the low RPM on shorts is a myth. That math just doesn't work out. Beyond ads, long-form platforms like YouTube have built a rich ecosystem for direct fan support. Things like channel memberships, super chats, and merchandise sales. These are tools that build a real sustainable business model, and short-form platforms are a desert by comparison. The economic model just simply isn't there. Part 4, the great platform pivot. Now, if you don't believe me, just look at what the platforms themselves are doing. The most irrefutable evidence that the short-form model is fading comes from its biggest champion, TikTok. The platform that built its identity on 15-second clips has been in a state of retreat. First, they extended their video limit to 3 minutes, then a whopping 10 minutes. And now they're rolling out the ability to upload videos up to 60 minutes long. Why would they do this? Because they are desperately trying to stop the creator exodus to YouTube. They know as creators get more ambitious, they'll need more time for in-depth tutorials, product reviews, and vlogs. TikTok is trying to become more like YouTube before all of its top talent leaves. This reminds me of another platform. Remember Vine? Vine pioneered the 6-second video and was a cultural phenomenon, but it died because it couldn't evolve. Its biggest stars left for YouTube, where they had more creative freedom and, crucially, could actually make a living. The audience followed the creators, and TikTok is terrified of repeating that history. By trying to become a long-form platform, they're implicitly admitting that the pure short-form model is a dead end. So, if short-form content is dying, then what's next? The answer is a return to what's always worked: depth, substance, and genuine connection. We are entering a renaissance of long-form content, and audience behavior is already showing this shift. People might use short-term apps for discovery, like a trailer, but when they truly want to learn something, trust a recommendation, or make a purchase decision, long-form is what they turn to. You're far more likely to watch a 20-minute in-depth review from a creator you trust than to be swayed by a 15-second ad. Trust is the new currency, and you can't build real trust in 60 seconds. Long-form content is where creators can establish authority, showcase true expertise, and build a loyal community. The future isn't one or the other. It's an integrated ecosystem. Short-form will be demoted to its proper role: a hook, a teaser, a tool to drive audiences to the main event: the valuable, monetizable, community-building long-form content. And technology is moving in this direction too. The rise of live streaming, interactive video, and AR and VR all point towards deeper, more immersive, and longer duration engagement. The entire trajectory of digital media is moving away from short-form content and towards long-form. So, is short-form content literally dead? No, you'll still actually scroll through TikToks and Reels. They haven't gone away. But the idea that it is the dominant, most suitable, and most valuable source of content, that idea is dead and buried. The market is correcting itself. We're moving away from the empty calories of the short-form dopamine loop and more towards the substantive meal of long-form content. We've seen the psychological toll, the creator burnout, the broken economics, and platform pivots. The evidence is all pointing in one direction: long-form content is the future. So if you're a creator feeling the pressure of the short-form treadmill, I hope this gave you some more perspective. And if you're a viewer who's just felt tired, well, now you know why. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, it would really mean a lot to us if you could hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and share this video with someone you think might find it helpful. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This intro is a fun one, and it's gonna involve some nighttime filming. Green tea break.
A few inches later.
Oh, it's so pretty outside. Woo! Just got a little bright. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the lighting a little bit. This floods the platform. Platform. This floods the platform. Platform. I can say the word platform. Okay. Wait, one more tea break. I'm just gonna get a little bit. Just making myself a little bit of tea.
5 hours later.
What's up? I see the battery is flicking red, so it's gonna run out any second. I'll go ahead and change the battery pack. I was just checking to make sure we're rolling. Okay, we are rolling. And the ring lighting is really nice. Part 4, the great platform pivot. I just can't help but think of Friends right now. Pivot, 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 pivot.
Pivot! Pivot! Okay, I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore. You think?
Oh, I just took a moment to type a B-roll idea that I had. What if I like did this thing? I started here and then like turned around. So, is short form content literally dead? That idea is dead and buried. That makes me think of the line from the song Ordinary. Has been in a state of strategic retreat. Ooh, a retreat sounds nice. By trying to become a long-form platform. By trying to become a long-form platform. I just can't. Do you hear the dog barking? Arp, arp. That sounded like maybe a seal.